Good day and welcome to the conversation coming to you live from TV 360 here in Lagos, Nigeria. My name is Nelson Ekudumi. I'm a public affairs analyst. And I have here with me today on the program Comrade Razak Kolade Olokoba, popularly known as RKO. Comrade Olokoba, a public affairs analyst. Welcome to the program today.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Today we want to start the program by looking at the conference of parties called COP28 going on in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. And we have seen that this is a gathering of the whole world in view of the present threats to humanity as well as the world at large. This gathering is meant to address a lot of underlying factors of climate change. And surprisingly, while people are looking for solutions to climate change, which has economic, social, religious, security, and what have you, Nigerians are discussing, some Nigerians, let me put it that way, are discussing the Nigerian delegation. As I speak with you, I know for free Nigerian civil society organizations that are domiciled here in Nigeria and those outside Nigeria that are in the UAE now for the COP28. And I believe strongly there's no arm of government that is serious about addressing its core responsibility. Is it the security agency? Is it the economic department of the government or economic arm of the government?
Yeah.
Is it the food sector of the government? Is it the sports? You name it. Because when we are talking about climate change, we are talking about something that has taken the livelihoods of the whole world, that is undermining our existence because people don't have jobs again. The farmer cannot go to the farm. He cannot predict. You know, in those days, somebody told me that the farmer just has to look up and he will tell you when rain will fall. But even as at December this year, it was still raining. And when the farmer can no longer go to the farm, it becomes an easy tool for crime. When the herder can no longer pasture his flock, he knows that animal husbandry is no more a business, you know.
That is it.
So it takes to crime. You talk about agriculture, for example. Now, the climate change has devastated the agricultural output of the world that FAO is talking about, you know, food shortage. And if all these are a product of climate change, of which, from available data, the Western world contributes over 90%. We in Africa, the underdeveloped world or developing world, if you want to, whichever one we want to call it, are the ones bearing the brunt.
All right. Because there are two angles to these issues. The first one is the foreign policy. The world has become a global village, and it's important for any country to take its foreign policy serious. Shortly after the Second World War, the question of a balance of power was introduced, that no nation must be so powerful to the extent that it's going to subsume the power of other nations. So they regulate it. That's what brought out to the destruction of the weapon of mass destruction, that no country should produce it again.
Yeah.
So it is part of foreign policy that gives success to that. If there's no engagement between one country or the other, countries will do whatever they like. So our attendance there becomes very important. We are not even only going there for the weather. We have seen pictures taken by our president, by the president of Britain, the prime minister of Britain, Prince Charles of Britain.
King Charles.
Prince Charles, now the king of
you call him
Britain.
King.
Sorry about that. We have been so used to calling him Prince. So there are issues that we may have to clarify with him, which is going to be of economic and political benefit to both nations. He has met several other people.
So, let me also add, let me quickly add. Do you know that it was in the course of this COP28 that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu had an economic engagement with the German
Yes,
Prime Minister
as a follow-up to his visit.
Yes. Over our electricity issue.
So you cannot underrate what value foreign policy.
You can't measure it in terms of how many people were.
And that's why I give it to Buhari's government. To Buhari's government, if you look at the transportation arrangement between Nigeria and Niger, we don't understand the future in that venture. It's only now that we now know what it's going to bring to us in terms of a sale of gas, even up to Europe. So
the economic benefit cannot be measured.
If you see our president going there, he's not going there for a fiesta.
Party.
He's not going there to joke. He's going there for serious
business.
He will be more busy there than when he's in Nigeria, because there will be accessible. There will be no barrier, there will be no barricade around him. People will be able to talk and engage him. So on weather thing, there's no country in the world today that should not take it serious. You know,
no serious government.
Perforation.
No serious community.
Yes, perforation of ozone layer.
Yes.
Then all these flames that we burn, gas flaring,
bush deforestation,
has led to acidic rain,
earthquake, erosion.
So has led to acidic rain.
Yes.
Acidic rain is poisonous.
Yes.
And an ice in the Arctic, because of it that generated from the perforation of ozone layer, a ice in the Arctic as big as the whole of Africa has caved in. So water is surging forward. That's what is responsible for the flooding. So some of these things, nations must meet to agree on time. The flooding that comes in every year to Cameroon, to Nigeria, something is responsible for it. How do we dam it? What are we going to do about it? So if you don't,
and the flooding that comes from Cameroon to Nigeria comes from somewhere to
Cameroon. So it's not from Cameroon. So is it Cameroon that we should hold responsible? No. What is the nation?
It's a global issue that should be addressed globally.
So if you don't sit down to agree on all this regulation, there will be a problem. And that is why America wanted to run away from it. But America knew the implication of those regulations. It's going to affect its economy, because America is biggest culprit. If America had to go to China, when China devalue its currency, America disagreed. They said, no, things in your country will be cheaper than our country.
Yes.
So there will be job loss. So if America should reduce production, that's where America makes its own money.
Yes.
To sell to the rest of the world, 5% of the world population.
Production by America is also contributing to the
ozone layer. So America will go there either to plead, either to seek
or to make remission.
And that was what led to the recommendation of a country that says that we should not be using much of a crude oil again.
Yes.
For countries who benefit from using it economically, we say no. It's the abuse of crude oil that led to those challenges that we have. It's not the crude oil per se. So for us as a people, this kind of program is a good one. And I want to also encourage, like we have been saying, that our governments must learn to talk. They must learn to engage the people. If they see president going every day and coming out, what I don't have anything to do outside Nigeria other than to go for holiday. So what comes to people's mind immediately? Your president is traveling, it's holiday or medical checkup. So but by the time you engage the people and let people don't know the advantage of going there, the criticism will reduce. And people will understand.
In fact, I was at a media function. I was at a medical function where medical experts told us the impact of greenhouse gases as a contributing factor to airborne diseases.
Yeah.
So if you look at government as an institution, there's in this present dispensation, this present reality that we are in, there's no arm or agency of government that must not be there to go and tell the world what we are going through. So that was
what led to the retinue of people that went with the president.
It's not even about the
every department must be there.
There are some private businessmen that went there. Like for example, Governor Sanwo-Olu of Lagos is there.
That's what I'm saying.
Governor of
the president will
delegation. Is anybody going to tell me now that the presidency of Nigeria funded a subnational?
Which is not possible. But if he wants to present, I led the delegation of 1,400 people to the conference. other Nigerians would think that, oh, it's responsible.
It's
not responsible.
at all.
We know a lot of our friends that were there.
Our friends are there, yes, and we know how they got there.
And they got there by their own funding.
By their own funding,
not by
and even
federal
developmental partners.
Partners, yes.
Because they belong to so many networks.
So, what we tell Nigerians is that we should not listen to people who create problems for solutions again. This is a solution. They have gone there to look for solution to a global crisis.
And agree. There must be a global agreement.
If we don't agree, the world is at risk.
In fact, the president of South Africa, Cyril Ramaphosa, was advocating climate justice.
Yes, for people who break the law.
Yes, that
there must be penalty.
You people deplete the
ozone
layer more than us.
Yes.
So you should be paying us compensation for managing.
So there must be penalty.
There should be
penalty fee. So you can't say down in America or Johannesburg
and be making that. Who will listen to him?
As such platform that makes such advocacy.
Platforms, yes.
And for us also in Africa, if you read Chris Brown, his new edition on the shape of things to come, roles were apportioned to all the continents. Africa is not in the equation.
Can you imagine?
It's only when they want to take our resources that are in the equation. We will make a case for ourselves there.
That is the essence. In fact, one thing
you plunder our economy, you plunder our resources, yes. And you don't factor us.
Yes.
You don't factor. So it's
no reparation.
No reparation, no nothing. So we have to blow our trumpet in
absolutely.
Manner. You can't blow our trumpet in West Africa.
Inside your room.
You can't blow it in AU.
Yes.
You blow it to where
the whole world is gathered.
And agree. We have had a question where we record two hottest period.
Yes.
In 1989.
Even we had the hottest weather
between 1989, we have had 3 occasions, and that's too dangerous for the world.
And it even happened in Europe.
In Europe, which is too dangerous. We
look at the level of wildfire.
Yeah, we shouldn't have
in Greece, Italy.
Such event is not good for the world.
It's not, it's injurious.
It's an indication that the world will come to an end one day. But before it comes to an end, there must be something we'll do at least to prolong our existence here.
But we all know that
the world is debating
if those before us are taking
the way we want to live now,
then we will not
be this comfortable.
We will not be here today.
So more so, all these things lead to a lot of contaminations in the world. So all this we must debate and agree on how to contain it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are we going to the next planet?
Yes.
What should we do?
Yes.
There must be an agreement, and
absolutely.
That is the essence of that. So
the African countries, Nigeria as the giant of Africa, as the leading African country, is going there to put forward our position.
Yes.
Because
and I just hope our leader will be able to do that, because my own fear is when they want to deceive us.
No, I believe even if they want to deceive us, you should be able to state your own case.
Once they deceive us, when we say the resources in Africa, other continents have resources. So ordinary Africans should stop this notion that all resources are in Africa.
No,
it's because they have access to your resources.
Yes.
They want to swell your head. So,
yes.
And this is the appropriate platform for this. I will not and we should not discourage our president from attending such.
And we should not trivialize
it.
Nigeria's attendance with the number of people.
We have an attitude with our government since 1999. Military government is illegal government, so they can't be engaging us. Political class are the one borrow that attitude from them. You have our mandate. You should talk to us.
So she be talking to us. I agree with you.
You should be talking to us.
I agree with you absolutely, Comrade Olokoba. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is how far I want to go on this first stanza of the program. We will be back shortly. We want to go on a quick break. Please continue to watch the conversation coming to you from TV 360 here in Lagos, Nigeria. We'll be right back.